Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another edition of Minor League Esports, brought to you by APM Music. We're here. It's conference finals night. We're going to have a quick Master League matchup coming for you tonight. I'm your host, Nigel Thornbrake. With me in the booth here again is Cisco. How you doing?
Good. How's everybody doing? I am excellent. I am super excited about this series. Express versus Blizzard. Got the #1 seed here in the Express. Going against the Blizzard, who, if they win this game and they got a doubleheader coming up next game in the CL3s, they win both of them, they're going to have 5 teams in the finals. That is insane.
It really is. And it just goes to show you the strength of that franchise, because this is not the first time that we've had this sort of discussion. I think it might be the first time they've had a chance at having 5 teams in the grand finals, but I do know they had at least 3 last season. So the Blizzard continuing to show just how strong of a franchise they are, just how good they are at picking the players and developing the talent and developing the community and all those things. So we'll see here, though, because they still have quite the opposition to get through to reach that vaunted 5 teams in the grand finals mark, especially starting off here Master League doubles again, Express versus the Blizzard. And the Express might have something to say about letting them get all 5 teams in the grand finals.
Yeah, they've only lost 2 series all season. They're 8-2 on the season, 35-15 record overall. Blizzard 32-18, so they're right there, and then 7-3 in the series. They've only dropped 1 more series, so they could even it up right here.
Absolutely. But just to hear those records, it's almost uncanny. Those are absolutely dominant performances in the regular season out of both teams. So this matchup here in Master League is turning out to be kind of a clash of the Titans. Anybody in particular you're looking out for?
Yeah, I'm looking at both players on the Express right now. Cat and Juddy, their salary up at the 17.5 right now. There's nobody over on the Blizzard side with a salary that high. So they have the advantage in the salary aspect. Let's see if that actually translates on the field, though.
Yeah, but as many folks will tell you here in MLE, salary, not always the entire indicator, doesn't tell you the whole story, although it can be used as a pretty good indicator. So we'll see whether the Blizzard will make up for their apparent salary difference or whether really it's going to matter at all. We're just about to get things rolling here, waiting on everybody to join back into the lobby. Let's see. All right, there we go. Yeah, anything else you want to add before we get underway here?
Dude, I'm excited. I've had a bunch of Game 7s and Game 5s throughout casting this whole playoffs. It's been an entertaining thing. I'm expecting this to be no less. Hopefully we get another Game 7 overtime, see what happens, give everybody what they want. Let's see what happens here. Absolutely.
I mean, that is in the script here. I'm looking over, just checking out. You're right. Like, we've got a Game 7 in here for you at some point tonight. I'm not going to give it all away. All right, so it looks like we finally have everybody on the field, just about to get Game 1 underway here. The countdown is going. It's the Blizzard, it's the Express, it's ML2s, and we are underway here in the conference finals.
Yeah, aggressive right away. We get a kickoff goal right away from Jimmy. What a crazy kickoff. Bounces off the ceiling, bounces up. Cat can't deal with it, and Jimmy just shoots it right in the net.
Yeah, this was just a super awkward read for Cat there, and just a really awkward 50 coming out of everybody, and the Blizzard looked like they'd just come out ahead of it. So 1-0 now to the Blizzard. Express looking to even things up here, but you got to remember, we're only 6 seconds into the game here. It's still Game 1, still early days. Everybody's just getting used to the stream, and there Cat catches Jarhead just flat-footed on the goal line there. Excellent little flick to put it top quarter. This is really pretty here.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody was really ready to start the game. We're 11 seconds in the game. We have 2 kickoff goals back to back. Let's see if we can get some defense going here.
Well, let's see if we can get folks to settle down into their rotation, settle down into the game. So far, yeah, I agree, it's looked a lot like stream jitters are dominating, as we see the Blizzard with a double commit there, sort of a pinch at midfield, not able to make anything happen off of it, and Jetty's going to take possession here. Try to get something going, but Jarhead will meet him back in the defensive third. Cat's going to try to control.
Yeah, it seemed like Cat playing pretty far back there. He didn't want to see a third kickoff goal, so smart on him. Getting it settled. Now we got some real midfield game going for the first time. But Jimmy might have Juddy in a bad spot. He misses the flick, and Juddy's able to save, but it's still dangerous. What a save by Cat there.
That was excellent heads-up play by Cat. Jimmy just missing his touch to get it past Jetty there on the initial flick. Trying to get a little fancy with it there. And the Express kind of come away unscathed off of what really was an excellent opportunity for the Blizzard.
Oh, he's got it
past. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, fantastic pass. Nice little side flick right around Juddy, just beats him, and then the goal's wide open. They catch Cat still rotating back.
I've definitely caught almost a 2v1 there, although it wasn't super apparent when they first took the ball down there. But the Blizzard now take the lead again. This time it took them a whole 56 seconds or 53 seconds to score the third goal of the game, though. So I'd say it looks like everybody's starting to settle into the series.
Right, we'll see here. Juddy's going to control this. You know, not too dangerous there, but it still makes you a little nervous. He's got a 1v2 situation, pops up off the 50. He'll have an opportunity to shoot it. Nice bump. Cat side flips, or did he get bumped? I can't tell. It looked like a side flip to me.
That's just an unfortunate. Either way, it's a side flip, back flip, foundation flip, whatever you want to call them. But nobody likes to see that happen. You hate it when it happens to you, but it is a part of the game. It's a natural thing.
Yeah, it's like that's my move right there. So he's taking my move. He's taking one from my playbook. Let's see what he got. You got a solo play, flip reset from Cat. He flicks it over. Oh, off the crossbar, still open. Juddy gets on top of it, puts it right in the top right corner. We got a tie game.
That was just a pretty play from Cat here. This Guardhead tries to take him high, but gets over the top of it, so Cat fakes underneath, gets the flip reset. Not able to put it through, but Juddy's there to clean it up. And just a reminder to folks, you can go ahead in the chat and put in exclamation point POTW, and our bot will respond to you with some instructions on how to submit your favorite clips from this week's stream for the Play of the Week competition that we're holding every week. And the winners of those, of course, every week we give out a case of balls drawn to that person with the best play, as selected on OpenNet. So make sure to get your favorite players, your favorite plays represented there.
Yeah, Cat's on one right now. He just looks confident. You know, that play right there absolutely deserves Play of the Week honors, at least to to be discussed there. Absolutely. Just the solo play that just sets up the easy shot. But now Juddy's putting the pressure on himself, and the Express are just taking over this game from the pressure standpoint.
This is just a clean beat from Juddy. He catches Jarhead kind of awkward, a little bit overcommitted at midfield, and Juddy just absolutely dives on the ball and is rewarded with an open net.
Yeah, it seems like the last minute and 20 seconds, the Express just a little bit faster to each ball right now. Getting there on the 50s, getting there earlier, and just flat out clean beats. Cat's got another solo play. See what he does with it. Goes for the flip reset, gets a touch, and he's awkward in that, and he scores. Wow, Cat is on one right now.
This is just excellent. This isn't quite as pretty as the last one, but this is much more effective. Cat beating both the defenders with that single touch. That's impressive.
Yeah, he just, you feel bad. Who was that in net? That was Jimmy in net. He turned right because he thought it was a 50 going to the right. And once he turned right, you can't turn back fast enough. There's nothing he can do there to clean that up.
Absolutely. Blizzard looking to try to get something going here. Have the ball down on their offensive third, making the Express awkward with a little bump there from Jarhead. Tries the lob shot, but Cat immediately up for it. He was ready. He read that one. Juddy now going to look to possess it, take it out of his half. Will lose the midfield boost and the corner boost, so the Blizzard playing some smart boost control here, particularly from Jimmy. Cat gets a big 50. Nothing doing, though. Blizzard playing some solid defense so far. Looks like they're starting to settle into it, but they don't seem to have an answer yet for the Express's aerial plays.
Yeah, it just feels like when the Blizzard are on the ball, it doesn't feel dangerous yet. Not yet, at least. It just feels like the Express are just in control, whether they have the ball or not, and the Blizzard are just doing whatever it is the Express want him to do.
Oh, here we go from Cat again. Another flip reset. Wow.
Jeez, just 3 flip resets, 3 goals out because of them. Cat is just feeling mechky. It's just unstoppable right now. Jarhead with the back.
That's beautiful.
Yep, that is fun to watch. Let's see if the Blizzard can turn on some defense, maybe get a little aggressive, get him off the field, delete him from the field, do something to throw him off. His confidence is too high right now.
We have seen that so far. We've seen the Blizzard bring out a little bit of physical play against the Express, and there's just a huge overcommit and kind of a whiff on the back wall there from what looked like Juddy, I think. So the Blizzard will go ahead and take one back, cut the lead down to 2. Excellent cleanup work there from Jimmy.
Yeah, nice patience there. Just when you see the ball, you panic when it's in front of your net, you flip at it. If you miss, you're done, and that's what happened there.
Yep, happens to the best of us, even all the way up here in Master League. We're still vulnerable to we don't like to call them whips, we call them tactical fakes,
Yeah, the tactical fakes.
But we're all vulnerable to them. So far, like I was saying, we have seen the Blizzard trying to take Cat out of the equation. They definitely recognize he is an offensive threat, and obviously he's shown it. Juddy here will look to do a little bit of flip resetting of his own. Not quite as on target as Cat so far.
I think he was going for the pass there. It looked like Cat was just a little nervous to overcommit, because if he overcommits, then that leaves our net wide open. When you're up 5-2, you don't need to do that. So he just played it a little bit safe. They're in a rule one.
A rule one.
A rule one. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what happens. 1v1. Jarhead versus Juddy. Who can take advantage of this rule one? Jarhead's got boost and ball right now. Let's see if we can get the solo play.
Can Jarhead prosecute the attack? Looks like he can. Nope, Juddy's there with excellent little bit of shadow defense. Massive respect to both Jimmy and Kat for sticking with this Rule 1 on stream in the conference finals. Juddy's going to get the goal there, and the Express are going to go up 6-3 with 28 seconds left to play here in Game 1.
Yeah, you got to tip your cap to both, especially, the Blizzard down 2 with 40 seconds left. He's stuck to the Rule 1, nothing but respect, and I'm sure chat's feeling the same way right now.
Absolutely. So can the Blizzard do anything to come back? You have 26 seconds. It's twos. That's enough time if you can really get some quick shots to fall your way.
Yeah, and the Express go with the fake kickoff, trying to set something up, but he doesn't get the pass off. He tries to shoot it instead. They have both players in net. Now they have the counterattack opportunity. If you want any kind of momentum going into the next game, they're going to have to score here. Just get one, just to know you can get one, and they might get one right here. And no, Jimmy did not commit to the whiff. You got to play the whiff sometimes if you want a shot at that net.
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it, though. Cat, again, with another flip reset. I think we've seen 5 or 6 of them out of them this game so far.
Yeah, you always want it. You never leave a Rule 1. You always keep it up at the end. It's, Express and the Blizzard, respect to both teams there. Fantastic play from Cat. You got Juddy almost dropping 1,000 there. Defensively, just a monster with 5 saves. Cat, though, setting up those plays. Both of them have 3 goals and 1 assist, but the solo play from Cat was probably the most exciting thing that I saw out there.
Absolutely. You love to see just some really classic, leaning into the memes Rocket League there from both the Express and the Blizzard. Gotta love that we get to cast a Rule 1 on stream. That's, my life's complete now, or at least my season.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough. I've been able to do 2 of those in the last week, so that's pretty cool.
We should have a statistic like that for casters. Like, how many Rule 1s have you gotten to commentate through?
Yeah.
Anyhow, if we take a look at the stat line here, the Blizzard showing a lot of signs of offense. There were 13 shots out of them in that game, and that's more than the Express getting 6 goals on 11 shots. So the Blizzard, they're having opportunities, not necessarily putting them away, but definitely falling victim to a couple of really flashy, razzle-dazzle plays out of the Express. What's the move here?
Oh, well, I feel like they're doing a lot of things right. It's just offensively, it just never seems dangerous. Yeah, they're getting the shots, but are they shots that are going to make the Express nervous? It didn't feel like that to me. Obviously, I'm just watching, but I just never felt nervous when Cat's got the ball in the air, or even Juddy's got the ball in the air. You feel like something's going to happen, and it does. They're just able to put it away.
Definitely, I would agree. I haven't seen a whole lot of threatening offense out of the Blizzard so far. Let's see if they can do something to develop a little bit of it here. We get Game 2 underway. Cat trying to take possession of it at midfield will immediately reach the 50 with Jarhead. Jimmy waiting for it on the ground allows Juddy to just sort of go up and challenge that ball uncontested. Throws it away. Cat picks up in the corner.
It's just another play where it's just they gave the ball away. Juddy just getting those easy saves. He had 5 saves last game. I don't remember any of them being difficult. That's not taking anything away from him. He gets another one here. He's already got 2 saves, and there's been 30 seconds here. Nothing really threatening. It is a little bit awkward. They're keeping the pressure up, which is good. And then the Express able to clear it away here, but Nutty keeping it in play, and Jimmy able to take it to the sidewall.
So we'll see the Blizzard now on the attack, trying to prosecute that attack down from the corner, but that's a couple of times now we've seen both players of the Blizzard take possession of a ball down to the corner and then just really never get it out towards the middle, or having the pass be sort of weak and ineffective there.
Yeah,
on Juddy. Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I do feel like if they want to get past this defense from the Express, they're gonna have to find each other. The mechanical solo plays are not going to get it done. At least not yet. They're not getting it done. So let's see that adjustment. See if they can find each other.
I agree. So far, they have not been able to spread the Express out and get them to, really be nervous in net, or to have to hurry and rush up a rotation because they're bringing the shots over and over. And the Express just look calm and collected, cool as a cucumber. Especially Cat here. They let him go to the air off the sidewall, but Jimmy immediately challenges. Probably a good move there.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They see him going in the air. They got to cut him off. They got to take the shot away early, give him no shot here. And let's see if he can control here. He's only got 10 boosts, so he's just going to clear it away. Now Cat's got the ball. They got to cut it off early, and that's exactly what they do. Let's see if they can get a pass here off the corner. He fakes the challenge there. Let's Juddy get the first touch.
We see Jimmy trying to make something happen there, but Cat is just so quick on his reaction to get up on defense. That's really what I've been noticing this series. There's a couple of times where the Blizzard have tried to play him high and just have been unable to. Jimmy has an open net, but unable to put that shot on target. Cat's immediately going to take it back to the air from the sidewall. Nothing doing.
I will say both defenses seem to be picking up here. Not a lot of offense on either side. So I feel like the Blizzard are getting a bit more aggressive to the ball. Just nothing dangerous offensively yet. Let's see if we can get a... There's a pass play. Cat's there to clean it up, though. They always seem to have that one person in net just to clean it up.
And just the sheer reaction time out of Cat. I don't know what he's got going on today, but he's got his reaction time down, and it's kind of impressive seeing him get up in time for that save in particular. The Express now bringing a little bit of pressure to themselves, trying to get something going on the Blizzard side of the field. Cat's going to keep challenging the ball. Jetty again in the corner, but Jimmy will be able to collect this one here. Not controlling it thoroughly there, but catches the Express awkward. And the Blizzard will take the lead 1-0 here in game 2.
Jimmy sees they're both kind of backwards. He sees an opportunity to send it fast at net. Cat does the fake challenge, and he can't get back in time. That was great recognition from Jimmy to send it at net, catching them out there.
Huge vision. He definitely saw that Cat, I think, was expecting Juddy to have the challenge there, and so he thought, well, I've got time to go get the corner boost. And Jimmy just absolutely read that like a book. Nice to see. Love to see that the Blizzard finally getting some offense going here in this game so far. That's the other What? What a save.
What a fantastic play from Juddy. He gets the save, then gets the extra touch for the clear. Now Cat's got the ball with boost here. He might be able to get a counterattack. He's got a free net, but he gets a pop. Can he get the pass off? Juddy gets bumped a little bit. Might be open net for Jimmy.
That's a huge bump from Jarhead. Wow. Huge bump.
Yeah, what a bump. You wonder now, 119. It's a low-scoring game. Their defense is clutch. I wonder if they turtle up just a bit just to see if they can challenge the Express to get some offense going.
Well, we'll see, though, because, turtling up might actually lead to more offense on behalf of the Express, right? Because we've seen that when you give Cat or Juddy space, they're going to take advantage of it. So,
well, I don't know. I'm terrible at this game. I'm just talking.
I'm not. I actually agree. I think you might see the Blizzard change their play style a little bit here because they're going to say, "Hey, we got a minute left. We're up 2. Let's not play crazy. Let's not make any mistakes." But that's something that everybody tries to do, and oftentimes it ends up biting you because you end up leaving more space because you're trying to play more conservative. But other times you'll just give them the caster's curse, and the Blizzard will just walk right back down the field. Easy counterattack goal, and the Express. I don't know if they've just already checked out of this game or not, but the defense has certainly fallen into shambles here in game 2.
And I feel like Cat just got on the sidewall there, and he just couldn't get off the sidewall. We all know that feeling on the corner there going into net, and he just did that awkward flip just to try and get in front of it. Couldn't do it. Yeah, the defense right now from the Express looking a little bit suspect. Jarhead's awkward, though, and Juddy might be able to get this a little bit closer off the crossbar. And then what a touch by Jimmy to clear it out. He's going to stay on this, but Juddy's going to try and beat him. Jarhead versus Cat. Jarhead's backwards. Cat does touch in the corner. It's a race. It's going to be floating there. Who's going to get there first? Juddy versus Jimmy. Juddy puts it over him, and to see if Jarhead can clean up. He's got some boost. He's got the ball here. Actually, I don't think.
And Juddy just finding himself unable to defeat Rocket League's #1 enemy, the open net. Just banging it off the crossbar there, and trying to get something going here, though. The Express, they still have the pressure. They still have a little bit of life. Only 8 seconds left to go here. Cat can't quite get that one on target either. And as clock ticks down now to 4 and 3, Jimmy's going to attack here off of the ceiling, but probably going to let this one touch the ground. Blizzard will take game 2, and the series goes to 1-1.
I don't know how confidently I feel about this, but I do feel like I started to feel a bit of a shift in momentum. The Expressway right at the end of the game. I don't know, just with the energy. I don't know if that's what the Blizzard were doing. We're actually turtling up, like we had said, but it just felt like the momentum had changed there at the end. They just weren't able to punch it in.
Absolutely. And I think that we're going to see this happen a couple of times throughout this series because Rocket League, and especially twos, it's such a game of momentum. It's such a mental game, right? A momentum and the emotion of the game plays such a huge factor in how well you play. I think we're going to see this shift back and forth. The Blizzard looking very comfortable in game 2, but the Express absolutely calm, collected in game one, and Cat and Juddy both putting on amazing offensive performances. I do note though that the Express so far in this series have shown that they like space, and that when you give them space, they're going to take advantage of it. And the Blizzard learning their lesson here for game two and not giving space, like we mentioned a couple of times throughout this game. You saw quite a few times we saw Cat getting ego challenged. Every time he went up the wall in midfield, he was instantly challenged as soon as a Blizzard could get a man into the air next to him. So will the Blizzard continue with that strategy, and what will the Express do to adjust around it? That's always the game we play here in the commentary box. We're just about ready to get underway here in game three.
Yeah, I'm curious what they do here because, the first game, Cat, I don't know how many shots they had. They had 11 shots. He only had one shot this game, so their strategy is working. What are the Express going to do to counter that adjustment now? They might just get a kickoff goal. Floater gang. Oh, what a touch there by, who was that? Jarhead, I think, off the backboard.
Oh no.
But he might have...
And Jimmy almost giving away, almost selling the bag, but luckily Jarhead got a bump on Juddy, so nothing doing for the Express. What an amazing flick from Cat. Can't put it on target, but Juddy will clean it up. And here we are, 18 seconds into game three, and the Express have said, hey, don't forget about us. We let you guys have game two, but we're back to play.
And look, you give Cat space, you give him time, he makes things happen. He makes things happen when he has time. He had some time there. Beautiful flick off the top, and then Juddy punches it in.
Definitely seeing what we love to see. We're seeing great plays, especially out of Cat. But I mean, I feel like we're kind of underrating Juddy a little bit. Huge bump, huge demo, but Juddy not able to put that one on the net. So that's twice now in the last minute or so of Rocket League that we've seen Juddy hit one off the crossbar there. So hopefully he manages to bring that back down and start putting them on target. Nice pass there. Unfortunately, it's a little too far ahead. Cat not able to do anything, but Cat is absolutely merciless right now on the field and just deleting everybody.
Yeah, I hate to say that I love it, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Cat is just deleting everybody. He's like, you guys got us 3-0 this game. You're not going to exist this one. They had a beautiful little 1-2 pass play. I wish they would have got that third pass off. It was a nice little play here, but definitely see the adjustment. Cat says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to either peek on you or I'm going to delete you. One of the two. Nice pass here to Juddy. Can he finish it? Wow, what a great pass and finish there from Juddy.
That was beautiful. And honestly, Jimmy getting caught kind of awkward there on the front side corner there on the front post. Couldn't really do anything about it. Couldn't stop anything going in that passing lane. And the Express just absolutely drilled that one through. Express go up 2-0 here. 3 minutes 45 left to play in game three. Still plenty of time for the Blizzard to get something going here. So far, though, it's been all the Express.
Yeah, we were wondering what their adjustment would be to the Blizzards, and it's been aggressive play and passing plays, and that's exactly that's a recipe for success. He tries to go for the demo there, doesn't get it, but does get the bump. Yeah, Jarhead's able to clean it out here. See if they can get a counterattack going, get some momentum going back their way here.
Trying to get something going here, Jarhead, but again, it's just the corner is turning out to be the Blizzards' kryptonite tonight. They just cannot get a strong pass out of the corner there, and I don't know if it's because they're just not used to having to resort to such plebeian tactics as passing out of the corner like the rest of us, or what it is. But wow, okay. Oh
wow, yeah, that was a nice read off the corner there. Turned into a great pass, but great defense. Both players read it. He might have a open net here. He does no boost to go up though. Jimmy's going to be able to play it into his own corner, and then clear it out eventually. Jarhead, Juddy race to it. Juddy gets the beat. He's 1v1. He's got the flip reset. Oh, but he used it a little bit early, but he was out of boost, so he had to. Jimmy's going to be able to control this. Gives it to him, though. Jarhead able to control that 50, and he's got boost and the ball. Juddy's backwards. See if he can take advantage. Juddy's there to clean it up into his corner, though.
So we've seen a little bit of momentum shift here now. We're not seeing the Express dominate control of the ball like they had been the first half of this game. Blizzard, though, still unable to convert any of their opportunities into scores.
Yeah, you saw another solo play from Cat trying to make it happen. Wasn't able to finish. He's got an open net right here. Puts it off to the side just a little bit. Jimmy's able to clean it up and has control, boost, and ball, but he does not like that first touch. That's not the one that he wanted. But he does get a pass off the corner. Jarhead's got a shot opportunity. Great block by Juddy there.
Bit of a double commit here from the Blizzard. Juddy's immediately going to take it to the air. Does he actually make anything happen? Not. Jarhead will be there to save it. Cat now plays it to the backboard. Should have a pretty easy read for a double tap. Doesn't quite put it on target, though. Blizzard get away with not challenging that one there. Looking for the bump is Jimmy. I like that play. Unfortunately, doesn't work out and gives possession right back to Cat, who flicks it right over Jarhead. Good grief.
Wow.
The ball control. It's just unreal right now.
That flick, that's two perfectly beautiful flicks. First one for the assist, this one to the top right corner. How do you defend that? I don't think you can.
Yeah, not by the time he's got it on top of his car and he's at the spot where he's letting it go, there's nothing you could do. You have to challenge earlier. It's the only antidote that the Blizzard have found so far this series. And it seems like, I don't know if they've forgotten it or the Express have just managed to adjust around it well enough. But here we are now. A minute 15 left in Game 3, and the Express up with a comfortable lead, 3-0. And just one more reminder for folks in the chat that feel free to go and put exclamation point POTW. Get some of these clips that Cat is just feeding us on a minute-by-minute basis into the Play of the Week competition, or whatever you want to call it, on OpenNet.
Yeah, if Cat doesn't end up on the Play of the Week at some point, because I'm sure he's not done yet, I will be very, very surprised. He is offensively just killing it right now. And right now he's got 24 boosts and the ball. He's going to go for a pinch or a dunk here. Doesn't get him. And you notice, like, once he's done with that solo play, he always goes for that extra bump. He's always trying to stay aggressive. And I wonder if that's his biggest adjustment so far, is being aggressive, trying to bump Jimmy off the ball right now. Doesn't quite get it. Look at him. Every time I say something, he's bumping somebody else.
I think, yeah, in the last 20 seconds, we've seen 7 or 8 bumps, and they're not all Cat, but Cat's definitely involved in the majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard just trying to get anything going, just trying to create some pressure down on their offensive third of the field, with the Express not having any of it. Jarhead, though, dispossesses Jetty pretty handily here. We'll go for a little sidewall pinch. Catches Cat awkward. Jimmy is going to make the pass, but unfortunately, Jetty's back. And the Blizzard just finding their offense to fall ineffective once again here in Game 3. Clock's going to run out. Ball's going to hit the ground eventually, but this one goes to the Express.
Look at him. He's just showing off now. Somebody get the ball away from him. Like he's just insult to injury. He's just like, hey, look what I can do, guys. No time left. We're up 3-0. I'm just going to keep the ball on my nose for however many seconds.
So there you have it. That's Game 3. That puts the Express up in the series 2-1. And keep in mind that this is now a best of 7. We're in the conference finals, so it's the first team to take 4 wins here. But kind of like we mentioned in between games last time around, we're definitely seeing this back and forth. We're seeing the Express finding space and absolutely utilizing it to the best of their abilities, and their abilities are phenomenal when given space. We're seeing the Blizzard, what they did in Game 2 was play faster. They instant challenged. They definitely played more physical, and they were able to take away that space. And so Game 3 comes back, and the Express find a way to adjust, to open themselves up for more space, mostly I would say by playing more physical on their end of the ball. So now we have to see, what are the Blizzard going to do to adjust this time, or can they? Do they have anything left in the tank, another adjustment to make to find a way to get Cat off the ball?
Well, I think you're right. I think, the physical play was the biggest adjustment early game. They only did it early game, but it was enough to keep the Blizzard, at bay just a touch, gives him more space, gives him the confidence, and then he's able to do those plays that he did. And, we keep talking about Cat, but you're absolutely right. Juddy is there where he's supposed to be. He is the cleanest playing player right now on the field. He's where he's supposed to be at all times. But let's see if the Blizzard can take a page from the Express book and start getting aggressive, because they got nothing to lose here. They got 2 games. They got to come back here.
Everything on the line. It is the conference finals, and everybody wants to be the winner of the conference finals and head on into the grand finals next week for all the marbles. But you never really want your season to end, right? And that's what we're always the backside of what we're dealing with here in the playoffs. And that was almost an excellent read from the sidewall and off the backboard for Jarhead. Unfortunately, not able to get there. Juddy with a quick beat. What a touch from Jimmy, though. Wow, that was so clutch of a save, because Cat was absolutely putting that one in.
Yeah, that was the touch right now. You don't want to go down 3-0 and then start with a 0-1 deficit in the first 20 seconds. Jimmy's a little awkward. Jarhead's going to control this, though. Juddy keeps it dangerous. Is Cat close enough? He might be too far out. Yeah, so Jimmy's able to take it from him. Lots of pressure early coming from the Express here. Blizzard need to find a way out, control the ball, and create a counterattack off of one of these plays. Make sure they keep their boost up. Yeah, great job to play this slow here, so he doesn't give it right away. He's going to try a solo play of his own. Instead, he shoots it at Juddy. And now let's see if they can keep the pressure up. Play a little bit of anaconda ball here.
Yeah, so far, the one crucial difference, I'll say, that I've noted between the Express and the Blizzard, nice touch there from Jarhead, but Juddy's there to clear it away. The Blizzard really, to me, have seemed like they've had a harder time keeping good possession of the ball and staying close and not just kind of playing boomer ball, throwing it down the field. And of course, we're talking in relative terms. All of these guys possess the ball way better than I or any of my CL friends do. But in comparison between the two teams, that's definitely the difference that I've noticed so far.
Well, yeah, and it feels like the most mechanical player on the field is Cat, and it feels like the second most mechanical player is Juddy. So it seems like they have that advantage. So the Blizzard need to find something to do, and they found it. They got to challenge earlier. They got to possess the ball more. They can't give them time on the ball. They need to find passing plays, though. If they're trying these solo plays, like look at that. That was almost a nice pinch, but it just never feels dangerous, and I can't explain it any other way than that.
No, I think you've got a point there. I definitely think that so far it's looked like the Express agree with that assessment. Juddy puts it on target. Jarhead has to make kind of a mechanical save all the way up to the crossbar there. Now Cat's going to take it all the way to the top corner of the wall here near the backboard, but Jimmy stays on him like glue. Jimmy's still staying stuck to the ball. Jarhead dodging a bump from Juddy, but the Express not able to get anything going there, and the attack ultimately falls ineffective. And Jarhead, for now the fourth time in this game, will try to get a shot or a long touch towards the backboard coming off of the sidewall. Cat getting a little aggressive and physical there, though, as we see Jimmy just get absolutely sent to Narnia there for a minute.
What's the first touch there? So Jarhead grabbed the corner boost, had the ball, and then booms it right to Cat. I'm just curious if that's really what he wants to do, or can he control it just a little bit more? Let's see right here. He's got 39 boost. He's got the ball there. He's got some control, but he's got to play the 50 because he's so low boost. But that last play, I just feel like he grabbed that 100 boost. He had the ball, and then he just gave it away.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's what we're seeing. It's a pattern that's emerging here, even earlier in this series, but definitely now in Game 4.
Good pop. Can he finish it off?
Oh, a little bit too far on that first touch as he got the pop. So Jarhead struggling with his first touches here, struggling to keep possession and get a solid attack going. But same can be said about the Express here in Game 4 as we go to now a minute 39 left, and 2/3 of the game is gone here in Game 4, and we still have no score on the board. Nobody's really been able to successfully outwit the other in this sort of game of cat and mouse we're playing here.
No pun intended, right? So it felt like they were going to get a demo there. It feels like Cat wants to delete some people off the field. He's getting bumps. He's just not getting the demos, which sometimes the bumps can be more effective, right? But right now, this is awkward in front of net. What a save from Juddy. Oh, my. I thought that was for sure in, but, he just blocked it. Just
I'm telling you, we've been talking about Cat this entire series, but I think we are criminally underrating Juddy right now. He's just built different. I don't know how you make a save on the goal line like that with two of the opponents stuffing that ball right through you. Cat almost gets it through. Not quite able to put it down underneath the crossbar, though, and that one will bounce away harmlessly and hit on back down to the Express's defensive third, where we'll see Cat start yet another attack. Oh, a good air dribble. He's got the flip. He does not have the flip, and Jarhead was up early enough to dispossess him of the ball.
And that was the first play, outside of some misplays defensively, that was the first play that I felt that was set up by either team that looked dangerous the whole way. Once you give him space, I just get nervous for the Blizzard. Once Cat has space, I just get super nervous. And maybe that's a testament to Juddy, because Juddy's just always in the right, like right there. He's just always in the right place at the right time. That's his strength.
Honestly, that huge bump there. So you're talking about how none of these plays have really seemed dangerous, but the Blizzard there had a 2v1. Ball was coming down off of the backboard there, and all Jimmy had to do was tap it in, and Juddy calmly read the play, saw what Jimmy was going to do, waited until he was just about to take the touch, and got a bump on him and cleared the ball at the same time. I mean, he's not doing the big flashy stuff, but Juddy is absolutely holding this down, and honestly, I think he's enabling Cat and making Cat look good. That's been his role this entire series so far.
Bump from Cat and net. Jarhead might be awkward in net. Oh, the fake. Oh, but he doesn't fall for it. So, yeah, and I think you're right. I think you're exactly right. The confidence that Cat has is due to Juddy's perfect play, perfect positioning. Here we go. We got space. We got time. Double flip reset. Oh, almost. Almost. And it's still dangerous. Juddy's got control now. Let's see if he can get a nice flick over him. He does. Top left flutter, gang. It's wide open for Cat, but he's too far forward. He still gets it behind him. What a shot placement by Cat.
This is just too many emotions. This is a roller coaster. This entire 40 seconds here of overtime. We see Cat take it to the air, double flip reset, put it off the backboard, unable to do it. Juddy picks up the ball with 12 boost. Floater of a flick, but not quite in. And just that one final mistake there from Jarhead. Not quite getting it out up against the post, and Cat's able to clean it up. The Express now, Actually, so they win game 4. They won game 3, right? So the Express now are up 3-1. And the Blizzard are on match point, their final life of the season. One more loss, and it's all over, and the Express go on to the grand finals.
Yeah, and I will say this. If I'm the Blizzard, Cat cannot have space. Delete Cat. I would be like, hey, you play ones. I'm going to chase Cat. I don't know what to do because I'm not in this league, but they got to do something to get Cat off the ball. Every time he does something on the offensive side, something special happens. A goal, something dangerous. It's anytime he has space, it's just exciting for them.
Absolutely, he's definitely exciting, but I think I'm gonna go and lean on. I mean, I've kind of harped on this point now a couple of times throughout Game 4, but I think if you're trying to delete Cat, I think you're going after the wrong person. You're taking the decoy. The person on the Express that you need to take off of the field is Juddy because he's not making mistakes. He's always in the right spot. He's winning the midfield game, and he's never letting the Blizzard develop an attack. And so, if you're the Blizzard and you want to find a way through on offense, I think you have to hit Juddy. You have to get him out of position. You have to make him awkward.
Well, let's see which one they do. I want them to delete Cat. You want them to delete Juddy. Let's see what they do here.
Let's see if the Blizzard can show any signs of life here. We go into Game 5. Express on match point. One more win, and they're headed to the grand finals here. We'll see if the Blizzard have a response. Can they make one final adjustment, get anything going? Juddy, though, he is going to dunk Jimmy straight into the net. 8 seconds into Game 5, and the Express have already taken the lead 1-0.
I feel like Juddy and Cat are just having a competition against each other now. It's like, anything you can do, I can do better. You're not the only one, Cat. Let's see. He's like, I want to get Player of the Week. By the way, reminder, ! POTW for Play of the Week.
Great call out there. I think, honestly, I'm with you. I think both of them need to be in the Play of the Week talks this week because there's been so many good plays. Cat, if Cat would have scored that double flip reset, that might have taken the cake. But we've seen it all. We've seen flip resets to beat the goalie. We've seen flip resets to beat the midfield defender. We've seen flip resets to set up a pass and a 1-2 pass, and we've seen just excellent play. And of course, a chain dash to show off on the opponent's backboard because Cat really is just feeling himself at this point.
Yeah, what league is this? Is this what ML? This is crazy right now because his mechanics are just so much fun to watch. It's just so professional at his level right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Cat it seems like just can't miss. But I'm telling you, this is the man to watch here. Well, of course, the Blizzard fans in the chat will, of course, say, hey, why not? Why aren't we talking more about Jimmy? Why aren't we talking more about Jarhead? And that's fair. So let's give them a little bit of their due here. Jimmy getting a little bit of an attack going. Nice little ground air dribble. Not able to get it past Juddy. Cat, again, trying to flip reset. Not sure where he was going with that one. Jarhead will be there with the 50. Jimmy is probably going to take this one off of the sidewall. Unfortunately, nothing doing with it. Can't even fall on it for the pinch there. I think he just didn't get the first touch that he was looking for. Jarhead, though, actually having some good possession here. Juddy with the instant challenge. Jimmy with the whip on the backboard, though, and there's just nothing that Jarhead can do there to save him from himself.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying. The Blizzard fans, we do want to talk about your team, but they need to do something for us to talk about that's not whiffing in front of your net, right? Like we want this to go. But at some point, you got to turn it on. You got to do it on the field so we can talk about it.
Agreed. So here we are now, 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in Game 5. The Express up 2-0, and the Blizzard now staring down the barrel of their last life in this season. Their last gasps and hopes at the grand finals are 2 goals away from them right now. They need to find 2 goals, and they need to find them relatively quick. Excellent flip there from Jimmy, though. Wow. Now, that's what I want to see. We were just saying this. You got to go do it on the field. Give us something to talk about. That's something worth talking about.
He's like, okay, C15 Co. We will throw that thing in the net. What a beautiful flick. We need more of that. We need more opportunities. We need more space. We need more control, more flashy plays, offensive plays, and then we get a kickoff goal. That's what they needed. We're tied 2-2.
Okay. All right. We got ourselves a game, folks. Here we go.
Yeah, this is super. It went from I almost said, while you were calling, I almost said it feels like it's free play for the Express, but the Blizzard finally finds some life here. They have all the momentum. Let's see if they can keep going with it. Juddy's awkward, might have an open net again. 3-2. Wow. They take the lead. Let's go. All right, let's go, Blizzard. They have something to say.
I think you have made an excellent discovery here, though, and just kind of stumbled on the point. You said, "Oh, it feels like free play out here for the Express." I would say, out of the last, I mean, it's only been 20 seconds in the game, but it definitely feels like our guy, my guy that I've been pumping up this entire series, Juddy, hasn't made a mistake, hasn't put a foot wrong, has just all of a sudden started to completely underestimate the Blizzard. That one's going to go in. Okay, so this is apparently Kickoff Goal Simulator 2023 now. As we're sitting here talking about the back and forth, just an excellent cheat there from Cat. And
yeah, it feels like we're back to game one where it's just kickoff goals again. Everybody's like, I don't know what's going on. Let's just throw the ball at the net and it's working. Somebody's got to make an adjustment here on the kickoffs. Play defense.
Absolutely. Cat getting that defensive touch out to the sidewall, but then a little bit of a whiff here. Jarhead goes up, but Juddy there to bail Cat out from the bad touch in front of the net. Cat now getting a big clear out the side, playing a little bit of boomer ball, tries to take it over Jarhead, but a little too far, and gets it straight up to the crossbar. Jimmy's got some possession, try to get a little flick over Juddy. Can't make it happen, though. Jarhead will pick it up. But now he's got a backboard read if he's got the boost for it. He does not have the boost for it.
He does not. So that was a nice bump there. They had an opportunity at open net, but he didn't have the boost to get on top of it. Cat is over it. He just wants to delete everybody. Almost gets the double demo, triple demo. Ball's in front of the net. He's not able to clean it up, and Jarhead's going to be able to take this off the net with low boost. Let's see what he does. He catches it here. Tries to get a 50, but Cat fakes and then passes it right to Jimmy, and now he's got an open net. If he can get it past the
what a huge kill.
A demo! What a demo by Jarhead! And then Jimmy's here in net backwards, awkward. Oh, play. Oh, wow. Juddy just waits, hits the break. Jimmy floats a little too far forward, and the ball just floats in the bottom corner.
I'm telling you, man, he may have made a mistake. He may have made the one mistake that almost let the Blizzard back into this series and almost left the door, or really did leave the door wide open. But Juddy has put his head back on straight. And he is absolutely going to be the guy that I think the Express are going to depend upon to take them all the way to the grand finals here.
It seems like Juddy and Cat have woken up, and as I said, he gets he plays. I think that was an own goal in the end.
I think it was
for the double. Goes for the double. Goes under him. You know, Jimmy trying to challenge, unfortunately in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and he hits it into his own net. But great pressure there by the Express.
And so just as quickly as the Blizzard walked themselves back into this game, the Express have walked them back out of it. And now it's 5-3, a minute 40 left to play in Game 5 here, and we find ourselves again in the same situation with the Blizzard down 2 goals on their last life here in the conference finals.
Yeah, and it's what do you do right now if you're the Blizzard? You know, I don't stay aggressive for sure because I feel like they're playing real well. He tries to get the flip reset, but bounces too far off of it. Jarhead's playing fast, playing early. Let's see if he can get the ball in the middle of the net. He does. Jimmy is not there. He's going to be able to dunk him, though. See if he can get a pass off it. Great positioning by Cat to put it back off the net. Now they have control in a counterattack. Jimmy's going to have to play this off his wall. He does win the boost, and he's got control here. See what he can do with it. Hits it around Juddy, but really to no avail. Jarhead's not there, as he shouldn't be.
Huge kill from Jarhead, but Juddy able to get it all the way down the field. And I definitely love just the patience from Juddy there to not be faked out by Jimmy's beat touch around him there.
Ooh, Jimmy's able to sneak by Cat here. See if he can get a bounce pass. Oh, not quite. Pinches it, and Jarhead's going to be able to keep the pressure up. Let's see if we can get a pass. We can't. Juddy's got the ball. And then now they're on the counterattack. Cat's going to try and delete, but he hits the brakes, and he's able to get in front of him with the fake. He's got opportunity to score, put it out of reach, but he doesn't. The crossbar, Cat whiffs tactically, and then Jimmy's able to control it out, but they're still not done. But Juddy is low boost.
And as we get down here, it's 15 seconds left. Every second that ticks off is a second closer to the end of the season for the Blizzard here. We're under 10 seconds now into the countdown. Express just trying to play keep away, and it looks like this is going to do it, folks. Here in Game 5, we go to 3 and 2 and 1. It's all over now. We're just waiting for the ball to hit the ground.
Cat wants one for the road,
once more. That's going to do it. So, ML2's, this conference final has been decided. The Blizzard fall to the Express 4-1 in Game 5. 6-3 in Game 5. The series score 4-1.
Yeah, and that sends the Express to the finals. That means ML is double Express versus Bulls in grand finals. That means it's the same matchup for 2s and 3s. Great job to both teams to make it there.
That's not something you get to talk about very often, where you have the same exact franchise matchup in both grand finals, 2s and 3s. So that's an exciting stat, exciting time for the Express. Unfortunately, for all of our Blizzard family and friends here in the chat, it is the end of their season, but they go home and leave the season with their heads held high. An excellent showing here to make it all the way to the conference finals. And honestly, to lose to a team that I don't know how anybody is going to stop the Express. We'll see what the Bulls have in store for them next week. It should be super exciting.
Well, I will say Juddy was, fantastic. He was where he was supposed to be, probably the MVP of that series, in my opinion. But Cat's got to be the fan favorite. With that 1-2 punch, I don't know. I think you're right. I don't know how you stop him, but we'll see.
We'll see. So that's going to do it for us on this stream. We do have one more series coming up for you folks in just a few minutes. It's going to be CL3s. And I'll be there for you in just a few minutes. And one more reminder that you can hit !pro line in the chat. Our bot will give you instructions on how to go find our MLE merch store, where you can get things like jerseys and hoodies that are all decked out in your favorite franchise's colors. Show your support your teams, and support the league. So with that, we're going to wrap for now. We'll be back shortly with the last series of the night. So for Cisco, I'm Nigel Thornbreak. You all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good one.